Yeah. Well, I would have a forest full of trees if I turned a new leaf every time I broke a promise that I thought I would keep. And I'ma harbor that in secret. It's hard to hear your feedback. I'm playing like the Phantom of the Opera on a keypad. Hopping off the deep end happily, ain't no wisdom in my teeth left. Just cavities, I've been trying to keep my feet wet. Walking over water, about to run a little farther. Doing an Our Father, but you probably atheist. I'm still speeding like Dennis Hopper. There's a bomb up on this bus, so where the fuck's Keanu Reeves at? You best to relax, I'm staying on my grind. Feeling Amy off this wine like I ain't going back to rehab. Feeling like a bipolar reject. I'm even high when I'm sober, and my mind's a solar eclipse. A born-again fetus who should have been aborted. Hopped about my mommy's chest like, what's up, I'm important. That was morbid, dog. And kinda sorta wrong, but nothing's off limits. I've been ripping down walls like Gorbachev. I do it for my dogs and do it for the cause, yeah. You do it for the blogs and do it for applause, yeah. You do it for the wrong reason, so I have to judge. The beat up on your song is decent, but your rapping sucks. That's why I can't endorse it. But still you're in the stores and people flock with open wallets to cop your garbage recordings. But I keep my hands in my pocket. That's ironic, like Alanis Morissette. I hate this game, but I can't just forfeit. Don't want the fame, but I'll take the fortune. The moolah, they say what you give to it, you end up attracting to ya. That's why I put my 2 cents in and got some change back. Guess it all makes sense in my brain, man. My bedroom feels too small for me, but the outside world's like doomsday, honey. I'll go you same once you say run it. Lot of fish in the say, but 2 ain't nothing. My bedroom feels too small for me, but the outside world's like doomsday, honey. I'll go you same once you say run it. Lot of fish in the say, but 2 ain't nothing. There's a rip tide coming, hold on. I think the sky's falling on us. There's a rip tide coming, hold on. I think the sky's falling on us, yeah. Falling on us, yeah. Falling, yeah. There's a rip tide coming, hold on. I think the sky's falling on us, yeah. Cloud 9 never seemed so far away. Guess there's only so much bullshit I can tolerate. Treat the booth like my pool pit, I'm trying to congregate. But my pursuit of artistry has led my heart astray. I try to stay up on a straight and narrow path, but every time I look, it's like sand from this hourglass is pouring outward. But I'm all about my paper like I'm Jim Halpert. The top is just a shot away, so baby, give me shelter. Yeah, I'm South Philly's own Lil Helper, the Wolf of Broad Street. They call me the young Jordan Belfort. My story developing Corey Feldman the way they can't stand by me, like I just brought him here to see a dead body. Yeah, and that body's mine, so I'm the one you hide behind, trying to find peace in the deep end of this violent mind. Praying for Vegas, bowling for Columbine. Download it for free and sold up on Spotify. Like here, yo, sell your soul up on the dotted line, or stay independent and sell not a dime, just try to grind. Yeah, cause what a time to be alive, ain't it? God would've got more followers if she was Vine famous. But me, I just live free to die painless. I'll be rolling up the heaven's gates late like, hi haters. God is major and I'm grateful for the pain you caused. If I wasn't, I wouldn't have sang you these songs. Like, my bedroom feels too small for me, but the outside world's like doomsday, honey. I'll go you same once you say run it. Lot of fish in the say, but 2 ain't nothing. My bedroom feels too small for me, but the outside world's like doomsday, honey. I'll go you same once you say run it. Lot of fish in the say, but 2 ain't nothing. There's a rip tide coming, hold on. I think the sky's falling on us. There's a rip tide coming, hold on. I think the sky's falling on us.
What is going on? What's going on, guys? Let me pause this real quick. Welcome back to another show. I am hopping directly into a short. This market is all over the place, but we're going to go ahead and trade. I'm hopping right into a short. I'm going to hide this stuff. Maybe we'll do some breakdown later. Frustrating, super frustrating morning. Missed a nice setup over here. Would have played out really nicely. Tried along again over here. Cut that one short. Just moving stop loss to break even very quickly. This one ended up being a loser. So a whole bunch of BS this morning. But let me go ahead and just get rid of all this. Clean up the chart. If you are not in the free Discord, you can hop in the free Discord. All of this stuff is posted. But welcome back to another show. If you're new here, my name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures. I am trading a 50K combine straight from TopstepX. This is the platform of choice. Top step number 1, and it's not even close. Go ahead and just reset. We're on the 1-minute chart here. We're in a combine, right? I'm not accidentally in an XFA again. Let's go ahead and tell you why I am taking this. Yeah, Tricky Day. What's up, Will? Real Deal Holyfield. Tricky Day for myself. What's up, Zach? Yeah, everyone everywhere is red. I don't want to say everybody, but I'm sure some guys are crushing it. Really, really tough market to trade. Last couple weeks have been tough for everybody, myself included. I'm not blowing accounts, not killing anything, just really back and forth. Net down in XFAs, 3 green, 1 red, 3 green, 2 red. That's where I'm at right now. But really just back and forth choppiness. This is what I'm looking at. I see this selling pressure sold right into that. I see this huge level of liquidity that's been on the book for quite a while. We had this level that price came down into. I'm using order flow to say, hey, you know what? This uptrend looks like it's at least done for right now. I think we're likely to come down into this area, which is, let's say, the top of it looks like it starts at about 56.39, 56.38 and 3/4. Let's take a look and see. 10 micros on. Stop loss above prior highs. Won't survive much of a wick up. $500 of risk on this one. What did I say? 39. Yeah, let's go for something like this. Throw a limit buy right there for 5 of them. If we crack down there, take 5 off. We'll go stop loss to break even. See if we can continue this move. This is pretty volatile. If we have to crack up again, I'm out for 500, and that will be that. But I like to trade towards those levels of liquidity. Yeah, man, just tough market, right? If we zoom out, hop on like the 30-minute downtrend, right? Kind of messing around, pulling back up. Really sharp downtrend. What do we have here? Nice trend to the upside. What do we have here, guys? Consolidation. Back and forth, rangy. We get to the upside. We start turning around. We show weakness. We look like we're selling off. We turn around and pull back up. Difficult to trade. Slow and then volatile. Just kind of all over the place, man. It's definitely tough. Try to identify this stuff and preserve capital. That's my my answer there. But literally every other comment in my community is about a losing streak, or is anybody facing a tough week. I watched the guys on Top Step TV get absolutely smoked. The live account, I think some of their traders did okay. I mentioned that yesterday, and I did go check on a couple of those clips, and they took some tough trades in that live account. So let's take a look and see. I am over here looking at Bookmap on the side. See if we can come down into this level of liquidity. This looks like the rotation back down into the zone. Could completely be wrong. This looked like pullback to continue. This looked like pullback to continue. Now we cracked above this area and cracked all the way down. I like that type of move. Take everybody out that was getting short on the way down here and start to sell off. Hesitating a little bit now. If we're going to move back up, I think we're cracking above this high pretty quickly. If we are going to continue down, I think we're coming below this low and headed lower, down below this low, into this level of liquidity on Bookmap, on the DOM. Big stack of orders there. We'll see if we can get towards that. We don't have to. We could blast right off from here. We could turn. We could leave this on the book. Maybe we're going to stay above all of these levels, and it's going to end up just being a bullish day. That's possible, but I'm playing this back down into the zone. Market structure, price action, just looking weak. Again, really tough structure to trade this type of stuff. But hop in the free Discord, check out my trades. A lot of back and forth, small red in the XFA. So preserving capital. Preserve capital for the better trading opportunities that are likely down the road. Yeah, man, but just to people, this is dumb, closing up my charts. Anyone else feeling like this week has been tough to trade? We've been in consolidation, very hard to get a read on. Price action's been trash. These are comments from my community. Not going to trade. August was trash. People down in the XFAs. It's tough, man. It's tough. I would say just recognize that if you can. Come to the charts ready to trade, but be cautious of this price action. If you're noticing you're taking a lot of losses, a lot of back-to-back stuff, market's not agreeing with you. Again, I don't want to overgeneralize, especially if I'm not having a super stellar day. I'm sure some guys are killing it. If you're a range trader, you go for these big reversals, you're looking to sell the top and buy the bottom, I think you would do pretty well in this market. But I'm sure some guys crush it here. Scalping, I think you can kind of find your way in a lot of different conditions. But again, watching this level on Bookmap, I'll show you guys this one more time. First target is this level of liquidity right here. Here is our traditional DOM, depth of market. This is the order book. We have price levels for ES. We have liquidity, the quantity of resting orders at these individual price levels. We can see liquidity right here, a large amount relative to what everything is going on around it today. On the DOM, we have this algorithmic BS liquidity. This is all displayed in a heat map here, showing you high areas of liquidity, big stacks of orders on the DOM right here. Best bid and ask price, volume bubbles. I'm sure you can see all this. Volume bubbles, a whole bunch of other tools. Won't go into too much detail, but I've been talking about the dumb guy way that I utilize Bookmap, which is to say, hey, we're trading over here. We're kind of looking maybe weak. We're flattening out. We got a big, huge stack of orders that comes on the book. Maybe we trade towards that. I think we're likely to come into it, like we saw right here. If it stays on the book, maybe we do come into it and either react from there or continue lower. Playing that same thing right here. But if you guys got questions, feel free, ask in the chat. Got a best trading week of the year. And then 3 losing weeks the rest of August. Yeah, man. Yeah. Again, guys talk about summer slowdown, August being a tough, month to trade. We got some momentum coming in here. Traditionally, in my experience, the last 2 weeks are kind of what the summer feels like. Slow, choppy, back and forth movement. Maybe it picks up. Price action and market structure is just not, I don't want to say unpredictable or not normal, but it just feels less regular. It doesn't form in the way that you're used to. Low volume, I think, adds to that. Just not a lot of trading going on. But the beginning of this month was obviously an example of, a whole bunch of momentum, right? A whole bunch of volume being traded. I don't want to go too far away from this since we are moving a little bit. But if I zoom out, even on the 15-minute, here was coming into August. This is August 1st. Huge sell-off, right? Like NQ and ES nearing price limits in the futures market. Massive volatility. A lot of volatility here. And then really nice big trend up. Big extensions to the upside. Clean trending market. Pullbacks, but, really big extensions, right? Big opportunity to hop in and pick up some wins. And then really flat. Big sell-off, or not big sell-off, but sell-off, and then correction right back up. Looks like we're pushing back up, push back down to the middle of the zone, back and forth, consolidation. Most guys, myself included, don't do the best in these conditions. I think most guys do the best in these conditions. Nice trending markets. Again, there's guys that are range traders. There's guys that can make it work a lot of the time. For me specifically, if I'm honing in on it, I have missed a considerable amount of good opportunities to nobody's fault but my own. Either being distracted with live trading, community appearances, doing something that adds to coaching, and really just went to capitalize on stuff that wasn't great opportunity. So there's definitely some user error, just poor execution during the trading session from my end. But outside of that, big opportunity, not really there, But follow along in free Discord. You'll see my trading if you're interested in that. For right now in the afternoon, going about it the same way that I usually do. Market structure, price action, paying attention to where we are at on the chart relative to the levels, the VWAPs that I use, volume, order flow on the side. I'm going to jump into this one. I think this is the BS move to the downside that ES is going to pull back down towards the the range of the day. So we'll see. We will see. Again, in a combine, got to get some trading in on these. Don't mind putting on a little bit heavier amount of risk, $500, a little over $500. See if we can't grab some profit and then maybe leave a runner if we're going to pull back down into the zone. But price action itself has been really, really slow. I also find when we start to get this type of movement, sizing down, widening out stop losses, just basing off of structure, and not every single individual 1 minute candle can start to help. Just my humble opinion there. This was a pain in the ass missing this one today, and then just getting stopped out really, really down here. Frustrating, but that's what happens, man. Part of trading. Always be looking to improve, acknowledge your mistakes, acknowledge, errors in execution, trading on emotion, tilt, and then also acknowledge regular losses, just normal trading losses. There is a cost of doing business in trading, and it's the losses that you take on the way to the wins. Don't forget that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, Justin? Do you increase your size in the afternoon session just because it's moving slower? No. No. Usually I'm trading combines in the afternoon, and just relative to the trade itself and, what I think the potential is. Maybe I'm a little dynamic with risk management, but I'm typically sizing heavier in the afternoon. Mornings with XFAs, sizing a little bit lighter. Right now, what's been working okay for me in ES, just preserving capital, is right around that $250 worth of risk per trade max, and giving myself about 2 L's before I say, out of the pocket, you're either making mistakes or more likely, market's just not agreeing with you today. You don't need to really push it past that $500 limit in an XFA. It gives me, in a worst case scenario, 4 whole days of back-to-back losses before I kill an XFA. I'm running 5 and an extra 1, so I've got quite a bit of risk capital. It also allows me, if I'm targeting just a 1-to-1, to hit that $200 a day profit target. If we didn't have to aim for that in Top Step, to be honest, I might go even more conservative, might size down, give myself, more than that room, just to, take it slow to start, build some buffer, and then go from there. But you do have that interesting dynamic, which is you need 5 $200 plus green days to qualify for a payout. So it kind of adds a different layer there where you say, well, I want to size down, I want to give myself room, but I want to be able to hit, the $200 day without taking 3 or 4 winning trades to get there. So, but again, I'm dynamic with risk management. I'm kind of working out the kinks in XFAs. I'm going to see how I feel, what drawdown I want to be able to sustain through maybe choppy market conditions like this, and maybe when I build a buffer, start to increase, get more aggressive. We'll see. So hello, what's up, man? What's up? Locked myself out on Top Step, too hard to trade today. Yeah, ended a little positive at least. Yeah, man, it's tough. Nothing wrong with walking away, right? I'm a believer that we're not going to know when, maybe you're waiting for us to get out of this consolidation, right? And we're not going to know with any degree of certainty that on Monday or Tuesday of next week, well, not Monday, it's a holiday, but on Wednesday of next week, we're going to come right out of this and we're trending again. And I'm not going to trade until then. You don't know that, but you can start to identify, hey, I'm taking an unusual amount of losses. I was killing it beforehand, back to back to back. I'm reviewing my trades. I didn't change anything. Maybe the conditions have changed a little bit. Market's not agreeing with me here. So you can get a little bit more cautious. You can decide to take your foot off the gas a little bit. Maybe you size down. Maybe you lower your risk. Maybe you reduce your quantity of trades. Maybe you make a small adjustment. But I am a fan of saying come to the market every day, because you don't know if tomorrow is blasting past all-time highs and huge opportunity. So you got to show up for work every day, but you don't have to trade every day. You don't have to take a ton of trades. You can just kind of sit on your hands and watch and say, this is not it for me. I'm just kicking back today. But I would say come to the market every day, ready to trade. But yeah, I would expect in general September to be a little bit more action, for better or for worse, right? Depending on what you like. But we'll have to see. Again, like I said, we came into August on an absolute tear to the downside, just melting everybody's face off. So, so much for the August summer slowdown. So this thing's showing me a little bit of money here. I'm going to let this run. If you guys are new here, I actively manage my trades. I don't have a set it and forget it style where I set a TP and a stop loss and then I go to sleep and wake up and hopefully I hit my TP. I apply my discretion, my intuition to managing my trades. You'll see some consistency typically. I like to get stop loss to break even at an area that makes sense. I like to take partials and then leave some to run, especially in the afternoon here when it makes sense to do so. But again, discretionary. So I don't put myself in a box. I allow myself the flexibility to manage as I see fit. And I'm certainly not right every day. A lot of days I would be better just not touching it. But in the long run, most of the time, I'm helping myself. I'm cutting losers short. I'm letting a winner run. I'm able to, move a stop loss to break even. That's going to stop me from taking a full stop out. But it's an interesting piece, this trade management. I don't think what we saw to start the month is the end. There will be another correction. Maybe, man. I don't really spend too much time forming these really high time frame biases. Let's see if this thing will give us some profit here, man. Bookmap on the side, still doing its thing. Zone is still there. Yeah, guys, I'll zoom out in a minute and I'll kind of just, speculate with you guys. But this is still what I'm watching. This is Bookmap, order flow software using level 2 data. This is algorithmic BS. We don't pay attention to this. This level right here is a big stack of orders on the book. Liquidity, below price. We're trending down, or what I would call, at least for right now, coming down. I think it is likely that price goes and tags these orders. That's where I'm placing my first take profit. Nothing really above or below that that's helping me out. And as a whole, Bookmap really hasn't had a whole lot of levels on it. I'm not exactly sure. I was talking to Austin Silver about that. If it was just volume slowing down in the summer, us not getting a lot of liquidity on the book, but he noticed the same thing. Let's see. Yeah, man, a little bit of housekeeping while we're waiting for this trade to play. If you're not in the free Discord, I run a free futures trading community, not a VIP feeder program where I send you big P&Ls and say, if you pay me, I give you the Matic strategy so you can do this and quit your 9 to 5. None of that BS. I show you my trading, how I approach the markets, wins, losses, good, bad, everything. I give you my analysis with my charts every morning marked up. News updates. I answer questions. Right now, we got 1,000 members in there. I'm happy to say I'm still answering everyone's questions. If I missed you, feel free to tag me and ask it in the Questions for Zach channel. I have a dedicated channel for that. I'm live here trading almost every day on YouTube. Along with that, some other cool stuff. If you missed it, I was on Austin Silver's ASFX, the day trading show. Really cool interview, about an hour, where I talk all about getting into trading, kind of where I've been and where I'm at now. I'm lucky enough to get on Top Step TV. I've been on for the last 3 weeks. I got on for power players in the middle of the day, and then the last 2 weeks I've been doing Power Hour, which is awesome. I actually got invited to come back on Tuesday of next week, but I had to say no. It's the first one that I'm really disappointed that I can't do. I'll be traveling, but hopefully the following week, or maybe a short time after that, I'll be able to get back on. Get some trades in, man. No trades on Top Step TV, and I really would have liked to go on there, take a trade, just kind of display my approach, whether it's a win or a loss. But I got straight chop on those days, like literally nothing showing me. Nothing on Bookmap, no good structure. Anything that I would have taken would have been a loss or at best a break even. So, that's part of it. But yeah, what else I got going on, man? I think that's pretty much it for the moment. Live trading, just grinding away. Bookmap is still chilling. Price just chopping around. Trying its hardest. If we fail to come lower past this New York VWAP, and we start to crack back up above prior day high, I would start to lose faith in this trade. I'm leaving my stop loss real wide for right now. This was pretty volatile. I wanted to allow for another wick to come up here, check these highs out, be a couple points above that, and then come lower. I don't know that I would want to take $506.25 of loss on this. Don't know that I would want to, but again, I'm going to leave that stop loss wide. For me, on the way down with stop loss, you can go through all my live sessions. I don't know if I've done it at all one time since I've adjusted it from the beginning. I really don't like to bring a stop loss down and then push it back away, or to widen it up, or to bring it back down, tighten it up, and then widen it up again. I try to make a rule for myself that it's like a chess piece. If I move it forward, move it into profit, or I tighten it up, I don't want to move it back. That's I'm very flexible and discretionary with most else in my trading. That piece I try not to do. I'd rather just leave it where it's at and close the trade on the way back up, or move it when I'm very comfortable and I say, although I'm going to get new data printing going forward, this is my new level of invalidation where the trade's over. I want to be out. So that's still way up here right now. We can come back and pull a move like this. Actually, looks like we're going to get really aggressive on the way down. Kind of like what we did right here, right? Consolidated a bit, started to push down, boom, seller stepped back in, continued lower. But we'll let this one play. 2:25 p.m. Let's see if we can't get get a wiener on here, man. I'll give you guys an update on trading NQ. Testing with that in combines, I have just about enough this week. It didn't last very long, right? Probably only 4 or 5 days worth of testing on NQ. Not in this market, not in these conditions, not playing nice with me. I will take my trades with way heavy risk in combines on ES if I have to, in order to get some things moving. I'll get aggressive on ES. I'll copy trade them if I have to, but I still can't make it work on NQ with any reasonable degree of consistency. Works really well and then works really poorly. So I'm going to stick with ES. That's my game plan. Let's see it. We're trying again. Sellers are trying to bring this thing lower. It's really not blasting to the downside. This liquidity is still here. It's kind of a wide band of it across a couple price levels. That's how it looks on the book. But we'll see. We shall see. Do you move your stop loss to break even or take partial profits when the price reaches 67% of your target? So again, Justin, in general, what I was talking about there is I'm discretionary with my trade management, meaning I'll do a number of different things. The common trend that you'll see me do in the morning is move stop loss to break even when I'm in profit, like you mentioned there, and either take partials or, even more common in the morning, do a full closeout. Just because I'm usually trading in between levels. I'm not going for a big extension. I'm not leaving a huge runner. I will do that here in the afternoon sometimes. In the afternoon, you're much more likely to see me run a little bit wider stop to, well, actually not a wider stop to start, but to take partials and then let the trade run. Usually going for extension, something where I think price can continue moving a little bit towards the end of the day. But in general, that's the approach. Sometimes I will scale in, sometimes I'll add to winners. I'll scale out in profit or even in loss. Again, I allow myself that flexibility just because I've built up the experience and time and confidence to do so. There we go. Oh no. There we go. I'm going to go stop loss to break even on this now, guys. We locked up $200 of profit. There we go. Okay, next target. Woo! Look at that. Oh, we got a runner here, boys. Okay, I'm gonna go. That's over. That's well over 1-to-1. I don't have a really clear target in mind outside for this thing to run all the way down to the low of session. I'm gonna take 2 more off there and lock up $350. Leave stop loss at break even with these final 3, $225 in profit on these remainder. Yeah, guys, not a huge surprise, right? That we hit that level and then big momentum down. Now, I'm not saying this was Bookmap alone. That was a huge push through. But that was the target right there. And you could see how you have to go back and watch it. It wicked right down into it. And I could show you on Bookmap how this looks after this trade. But obviously price absorbed and then just sell off to the downside. Finding some resistance down here. Downside target on that type of move, man. Yeah, man, 68, 67 points or so. Again, just watching Bookmap to see if anything else crazy pops up. Gives me a reason to get out of this quickly. We're finding some serious support right at this session VWAP. This is prior day NYSE session VWAP. I'm targeting down here, low of session for this runner. Let's see what we can get. About time we got a winner. Damn, man. Tough. Ooh, there we go. All right, I'm getting ready to get out. I'm gonna scale out a 1 right there, guys. And we're gonna go for a break of this session low. That's the game plan. Nothing crazy on Bookmap that's helped me out. $450 locked up. Just about the initial risk. $200 running in profit. This is very, very weak. That was a lot of selling pressure that came in at 230. This thing's not really backing off yet. I'm going to go for a break of session low. That's my game plan. This level right over here. If I zoom out just to take a look at structure. Yeah, I'm going to see what this market has to give me, man. Again, I like to run, I like to have an idea of where I want to get out. Of course, on the first partial, if I'm going to take partials. Maybe scale out of more like you saw me do on the way down. And then hold a runner, man, for situations like this. This could absolutely reverse. We can come all the way back up. If we're going to correct this move, you know, this is it. So I would be stopped out. But I'm going to leave this $200 on the line. At least for right now. We're in 2 micros. This is not a lot of, not a lot of size on. Small runner. But I don't see us really finding more support till we get down here near session low. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, like this level of structure down here. Tested over here multiple times. All of these lows, we are down near this. Below this. Just taking a look. We could find some support here, but that's a winner. Green trade, risk-free on $200. We'll let the rest of it ride. Very nice. So initial stop was somewhere up here, about 36 ticks. It was somewhere above this high. Let's call it 40 ticks. This trade ran over a 2-to-1 in profit if you were just going to hold the entire thing to one fixed target. But nice trade. Not a bad trade. Was not expecting that type of volatility. Again, as we came down into this level of bookmap, I was looking for it to push through, which is why I was only taking half the position off. I was not expecting that big of a rundown, but I'll map this thing out for you guys. Once we're done, we'll go into the trade report, and I'll use the position tool. We'll map it out. We'll see where all the closes were. Finding some support here, but that's okay. Like I talked about, I'm not going to sweat every single individual 1 minute candle. Zooming out a little bit just so I could see this level of structure. You know, this would be final close somewhere down here. Cracking this low and pushing a little bit more. Don't know if sellers are going to take this thing that much lower, but when you're in a move like this, it's really nice to have a runner on after you secure some profit that you're comfortable with. So let's see. We shall see. Yeah, man. Nice win, Zach. Could you break down the higher time frame analysis for YM? Sure. Flawless execution, right? Right, like from Mortal Kombat. Stairs up, elevator down. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I try not to carry a short bias. I try not to call myself a bear. I think it's likely just due to that right there, the elevator down, and always anticipating that quick move to the downside. Ooh, man. New low, we're still going. Yeah, I think I'm going to get ready to take this off. I mean, this absolutely might just completely melt, continue melting from here. I don't want to be greedy about it. And I'm going to take at least one off right here. Yeah, like what am I going to gain here? A couple of bucks. Yeah, I'm going to be happy with that, guys. 682 bucks over the 1-to-1 when we're counting risk to reward. Obviously not if you had let the whole thing run, but you'll find days where you hit your initial target and then it reverses from there, So I like that one. I will map that out for you guys right now, and we'll answer some questions. Yeah, again, just so you guys get the thought process, I brought that take profit down just to see if I'm leaving one on, where would I really have to be targeting? 1 or 2 micros, where would I really have to be targeting for it to be something that's worth it? If I'm only going to leave 1 micro on, I need price to come like all the way down here for another, $100 or $150 or something. So at that point, do I want to risk the additional $100 for this $100, or do I just want to take it? So, that was kind of progressively scaling out on the way down, which is fine. I'm happy with that. I find that works best most days rather than shooting for a big fixed risk to reward. Again, you are, reducing the overall size of your win relative to your risk if you're not just targeting a quick 1-to-1 or 2-to-1, but you're taking profit on the way down. If it starts to reverse on you, you've already secured profit at a really, really good price. So let's just map this thing so all the boys that hop on late can see what happened here. First position, 101, literally right when I hopped on. Entry price, 56.47.50. Nice. So I had yeah. I'd have to go back and look, guys, but I'm going to say right around here, just trying to do the math, was my stop loss. Maybe here. It's $506, something along those lines. Whoa, my God, man, still melting. Man, look at ES go. Yeah, dude. So this is the market that we're in, guys. This is it. This is gnarly. This is really gnarly. I'm glad I caught some of that, but that is a hell of a market to trade. Wow. Wow. Awesome, man. Awesome. I'm happy with my close, happy with my 682. Again, when I close out, whether it runs for another crazy sell-off or reverses from there, I'm happy in the decision that I made. Let's go through some closeouts on this thing. We will get some notes. So we can journal this with you guys. If you guys don't journal, you don't know how to journal, you don't have a consistent way to do it, this is a really simple way to journal. Short 5 micros, price action, market structure, breaking to the downside. Not holding prior day high. Excuse my spelling. I'm not going to be clean with typing. I'm going to say like wick. I'm going to be descriptive on this one. Like wick above highs. Consolidation. Entry on boom. We did book map. Large book map level below. First target there. And we closed a short 10, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. First close 56 5. Hang on one second. Let's go to the tape. Let's go to the tape, boys. Whoa. And we'll look at book map together. I'll show you part of the reason for this trade. This was first close. Boom. We got 5 off. The next one, we got 1 off at 56.25. At what time? 35. Right here. 56. 25.75. I don't want to bore you guys, but this is cool to see. If you guys don't know, this is in TopstepX. You can get your trade report down at the bottom, and you can remap out your trades like this. And we took another one off at 56.23.25 at 135, which is up here. 56.23 all the way down here. Boom. Why did it give me 2 up here? Oh, that's weird. Whatever. $56.26 at 30. crisscross these bad boys, but this way you could see every exit. And then, holy hell, man, this thing is still melting. Wow. Wow. 2 at 56.32. Why did it do that, though? Anyway. Let's see it. Exit time 128, which would be here. And it's saying I took 2 off at 32.25. Boom. That's the trade. That was the trade. Best close was 25. Nice. Nice. Let's do the math without the fees real quick. Nice $690 trade. Boom. There we go, guys. Now, break this down just a little bit clearer. This thing is melting, man. I don't know what fundamentally happened behind this. I'm sure there's a driver, something going on, but that's cool. If it happens, we get to capitalize on it. But I don't need to speculate on it. Bullish overall, right? Albeit very back and forth, choppy bullish. All the way up to this level of structure that I had marked on my chart, coming off of this high over here, above prior day high. We were failing to hold prior day high right here. Consolidated right around this level, cracked below it, wicked back up, which I do love to see a high like that above this level of consolidation, and then continued lower. That's my indication to get short. Along with that, we had a serious level of liquidity on Bookmap right here. Right here, which I will show you guys. This was the target right here. Right? This is 112. Here's 101 when I put the trade on. Right here. Big level of liquidity. Stayed on the book. Right? Bunch of stacked orders. I think price is going to come down into it. If it does, maybe it reacts there and pushes off. That's why I want to take some off right there, half the trade. We didn't get that. We pushed through it, which also happens. I'm finding more often than not if we're trading down into that area of liquidity. And then we just absolutely sold off from there. But that is Bookmap. I find it very helpful. It's definitely not the end-all, be-all. It's just like anything else. Price doesn't have to do anything. Even if there's a level of liquidity, it could still just turn around and go wherever else it wants to go. And then, yeah, no real level of no real target after that. Just to let the trade run. It blasted to the downside. If this was trickling lower, I'm probably taking the trade off somewhere around here for the full out. With that type of momentum, hold on for dear life. And look how we ended up. Closing out the last couple right here, like I said, holding for another huge push to the downside on 1 or 2 micros would have given me maybe another $100 to $200, which right now is obviously looking like the better move with that massive of a sell-off. But that is a huge price change towards the end of the day. So just adding to this wild market that we're in. So anyway. Love to get a winner, man. It's nice to hop on and take a trade with you guys. Again, I had some conviction with that one. I don't think you'll see any of the lives really where I'm hopping in. And before I'm doing anything while the music is playing, taking a trade. That's the type of setup that I like to see if I'm going to trade market structure and price action. I really like this type of setup. It gives me a pretty damn clear invalidation level if I'm wrong. If this is going to continue, it should continue pretty damn quickly. Level of liquidity. Overall, breaking structure to the downside, showing me, hey, we're getting ready to head down, and a clear target before levels on my chart that I would be targeting if I didn't have liquidity. So played out nicely on that one, guys. Not every day. Again, like you can see from this morning, taking some L's here and there. I take L's on the live. That's part of it. On another day, this just does not play nice with me. We needed to expand real quick, and then we're going to blast up to all-time highs. But doesn't have to work every day. See, how come no one gives Mr. Dow Jonesy some love? Yeah, Dow's in its own world all the time. I will look at Dow. Somebody asked me to look at Dow. We can do that. Bingo, baby. Wow, it's a bleeder. Yep. Hey, bro, did you trade NQ this morning? Was a nice bounce from daily point of control after sell-off from the top. Took it after a while. Realized I am in a practice account with TopstepX. Yeah, I got you, man. I did trade NQ in combines and just got absolutely destroyed. I was testing on NQ this week, really towards the end of last week. I was talking about it with you guys, and I'm just about done with NQ again. Didn't last very long. It was built on the need to trade combines. If I have combines that are getting ready to rebill, I got to get some trades on. NQ is very volatile, but I'm not finding that I enjoy jumping back to NQ at all. I'm finding ES is the way for me for right now. Yeah, let it ride. Stairs up, elevator down. Yeah. Gonna be a lot of people having a nice Labor Day weekend. That's how you do it right there. 100%, man. 100%. Yeah, finding some support down here, not at a level that I have marked. I'm sure this is another clear level on somebody else's chart. These wicks right down here, we could see a little bit of level of structure. Yeah, this right here. So it is somewhat respecting some higher time frame structure. What a gnarly sell-off. Look at that 1 hour candle. Nice. Very nice. So, let's look at Dow. For Mr. Adil. Yeah, again, kind of in its own world here. If I was marking levels back here, it would probably look something like this, right off these highs. Some simple areas of tops and bottoms, highs and lows. All right, magnet tools piss me off. Higher time frame on Dow, very similar to the U.S. indices. We are trending up. Dow obviously made it all the way up to crack that all-time high. Did it actually crack it? Yeah, it did. So it was much more bullish. For me, very similar, man. Really high time frame analysis is going to be that we are blasting to the upside. Choppy right here. Big wick to the downside, push up. And now, if I was a trend line guy or anchored VWAP, which I am, we are still maintaining some of this bullish structure here in the just zoomed out 1 hour, 30 minute. But I'm looking at these the same way that I'm looking at ES. Let me go to, let's get rid of all this stuff. I'll remark it if I have to. All-time highs, right? Boom. We know market wants to go up. If I was just going to mark this with nice clean support and resistance zones, areas of interest, if we don't want to call them support and resistance to piss anybody off, here's what I would be doing. Yeah, let's just go off of this. We've been chopping around here, and now we got some expansion, right? We cracked to the downside, came all the way back up, well, not quite expansion, because we didn't crack these, and we've rejected really harshly off. If I was trading the higher time frames, I'd be waiting for us to break out of this zone. I'd be waiting for us to pull a move to the downside and break and retest and look like we're going to head lower. We're getting ready for a sell-off. Or continue this move, crack above these highs right here at this zone, and head towards all-time highs, and then maybe continue that move. For right now, I'm trading within this area. That's what we've got to do if you want to take trades. But again, be cautious that it is choppy. It is violently back and forth like we just saw. Slow trend to the upside, staircase, and then huge sell-off. So, until we get outside of this area, as we approach these tops, I'm not looking for huge extensions to the upside. Another reason in the back of my mind where I'm comfortable going short today on a trade like that, because I think it's less likely that we're just going to blast up here in the last hour of the session and run to all-time highs. I just, I didn't see that one in the cards. So, be aware of this structure, but don't marry a bias coming into the trading day. That's kind of the way I go about it. The more time that I find on higher time frames trying to form this really strong bias that I'm going to carry with me into the 1 minute chart, the worse that I find I do. So I like to pay attention to usually the 5 minute to take a look. Zoomed out, last couple days of price action. Are we ripping to the upside? Are we kind of back and forth like this? Where are we in relation to session VWAP? Where are we in relation to yesterday's high and low? Prior day high, prior day low. Mark out overnight high, overnight low, and then wait for my 15-minute range to form and just utilize that. I had a really cool conversation with the guys from Edgeful. Don't know if you guys know about that software. If you pay attention to TopStep, I'm sure you do. I am looking at that. It's really, really cool. They've got some really intuitive stuff. It displays different things in statistics. Gives you numbers, like how likely the opening range is to break to both sides. Really, really strong statistic that I was aware of, and kind of what we do in backtesting. We're trying to look for an anomaly or a pattern that repeats itself enough times for us to capitalize on it, to exploit it in our trading, or maybe use it to structure our risk. 15-minute opening range is one of those strong ones that I like to use. But there's some other really cool stuff that really lines up with how I trade. So I'm excited to, pay more attention to it and hopefully bring it to you guys, utilize it in my trading, talk about it, show you how I'm using it. But like everything else, kind of test mode first before I start applying any trading decisions to it. But if you guys got questions, now's your chance. Feel free, ask away. We got a nice banger on the live stream. If I zoom in to how like this chart was, here, let's like reset. Before it actually scrunches itself up, I'm looking at this thing like this. So, solid trade down here as we're taking some nice profit. Caught a banger on this one. So, nice to see. Nice to get one. Again, this market, they're tough, and you got to try to get risk on in the market where it makes sense, and be cautious where you feel like it's just not lining up for you. But here we are, and this thing still looks weak. This does not look like it wants to pull back. This still looks very weak. Gun to my head, I'm going short, and just holding it towards end of the session. Coming into 3 p.m. where and 3:50 where we get some data from the stock market, but this looks very, very weak. Absolutely erased this push up in a matter of a couple minutes. Cracked the low and ran below session low by another 22 points. Wild ride. Never a dull moment. But guys, if you got questions, feel free, ask away. I'm not going to get another trade I don't see on this one. I'm not going to push my luck. I don't have structure down here. I don't have levels that I want to trade off of. I'm not just going to hop back in short or take this thing long. Don't have one. I'm going to leave it right there. So no questions. Hop in the free Discord. Be happy to be talking to you after this in the free Discord. Join me on these live sessions, man. Glad we got a winner today. Go through my trades. You'll see they're not all winners. I literally posted today about, drawdowns and losing streaks, and so many guys are talking about it and being red. $450 or 400 some odd bucks in my XFA this morning. My charts based on what you saw before I got rid of it right when I started this session. If you missed it and you jumped on late, feel free. These are all recorded. I leave everything up here so you can go back and watch. And yeah, man, have an awesome Labor Day weekend. I am not live Monday and Tuesday of next week. I'll be hanging out on the beach with my family in a nice Caribbean island. That's my game plan. I will talk to you guys today, tomorrow in Discord. I'll keep you updated. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. Hop in, again, the free Discord. Check out my site, realdealfutures.com. Links everywhere in the description of this video. And lastly, I'm not a financial advisor, guys. None of this is financial advice, not a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. I'm just an idiot on YouTube talking about trading and the way that I trade. Trading's risky. Most traders lose money. If you trade, you'll probably lose money. You should also read CFTC Rule 4.41 about simulated trading, which is what this is. This is a top step combine. Combines and XFAs, even though they are funded accounts, are in the sim environment. It's important to note that difference. I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for joining, and have a great night.